But I do want to talk about the guys that he's throwing to and what they can maintain for fantasy relevance. So Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. We don't have a ton of ADP to work with right now. Everything that I have right now that's legit is best ball, but they're going in the early to mid 30s for wide receivers for best ball, at least. Is that a value for these two, or is that appropriate, or is that still a stay away territory? Brandon, what are you doing with those two?
Yeah, I think it's a value. I looked it up. I haven't been following ADP too much, but according to Fantasy Pros, Evans is wide receiver 31, Godwin is wide receiver 27. And over the past 4 years, obviously better quarterback play, but they've both finished in the top 15 over the past 4 years. So I'll shoot my shot on one or both of those. I mean, at that, especially if you're going heavy at running back early or something and you're waiting, you can get one of these, and just gobble up a lot of receivers in that range. I think there's good value in a lot of that area right there for wide receiver.
Yeah.
With horrible quarterback play. But I think I'm a Mike Evans truther, but just with the style of Baker Mayfield play, Chris Godwin might be a slight edge that I might consider drafting over Evans, but I'll take either.
Yeah, both of them so late.
Yeah, I think that ADP just shows people are not sure who the main target's going to be in this offense. And it's just people hedging their bets like, well, draft them both late because we don't know. I am also a Mike Evans truther. He's good for 1,000 yards and 6 to 8 touchdowns every year at a minimum. He's done it every single year he's in the league. So I don't see any reason why he wouldn't continue to do that. He's a big body guy that can just go up and get it, which I think, Baker can appreciate. He's that big body target that he's going to look for in the end zone. And I just see the same thing that we've gotten from Mike Evans every single year. And I think, middling wide receiver 2 is probably where he'll end up. And if I can snag him at wide receiver 31 value, I'd do that all day long.
I have also been a Mike Evans truther. I think we talked about this a few episodes ago of like, I'm not leaving a best ball draft without Mike Evans at that range because it just seems silly to me. I am a little concerned. Shout out to Fantasy Life who had an episode about the Bucks come out today. They were talking about Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and what they can do if Baker's the guy. I didn't realize this. Maybe I had a mental block, but Baker Mayfield since 2018, none of his wide receivers have finished higher than wide receiver 22 in points per game. That was the absolute ceiling. That was Jarvis Landry back in 2019. Otherwise, they've all, besides that one time, all of them have finished outside of the wide receiver 2 range. Like even 2022, when he started for the Panthers for 5 weeks. Who else remembers that he started for the Panthers for 5 weeks? I did not. That blew my absolute mind that Baker Mayfield did that. Feels like we're in a different time or reality or something. But even then, DJ Moore is wide receiver 53 over those first 5 weeks with Baker. I'm scared, gentlemen. I'm very scared about these guys, but I still want to believe.